Okay, Virgo. Boy, that's barely any smoke there. Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. It's Terra Firma Thursday, and I'm here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome. My lighter is out of fluid, and I barely got this to smolder a little bit, but as is many things in life, Palo Santo smoke is primarily a symbolic gesture, so I just want to tell you right now that we're here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome. No problem. We don't need no stinking smoke. Besides that, it just makes me cough anyway. And I don't know. It's because in this van, I hotbox it so bad sometimes that it just kind of irritates my throat. So it's a break for me. Okay, we'll get right into it. Virgo, again, thank you so much for being here. It is still your season. Happy birthday, Virgo. We'll do 3 cards, general energy with the Tarot of Curious Creatures. And I don't know what I'll clarify with. I have several decks out right now. So we'll play that by ear. But for whatever reason, the Curious Creatures deck wants to speak. And I know it's kind of cartoony. I know it's a little dorky, a little tacky, whatever. But for whatever reason, it does what it does. For Earth signs primarily. So, Virgo, without further ado, let's get right into it here. I'm going to cut this deck, and we'll get started. All right, my friends, we're kicking it off with the Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, this is a great energy. This is definitely something that you could jive with. We have the Two of Cups. Hey, partnership. Lovely. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Very new partnership, perhaps. A new outpouring of love here, potentially. The Tentacle is a little suspect, and I feel like this came up. I don't know if it was for you guys, but I feel like that came up recently. Underlying the deck is the Eight of Cups. All right, well, the Eight of Cups is walking away from things that don't serve. It's really an act of empowerment. It's not a negative by any stretch. And I like the way it's conveyed in this particular deck, in that this, the giraffe is like a fashionista walking away, empowered, emboldened. Now, I feel like that underlying energy of walking away is what's really opening the door for this new opportunity. The Queen of Pentacles is diligent about cultivating the environment that she wants to be in, right? So I think that the walking away energy from what doesn't serve is really just emphasizing that you want to create the life that you want to create, and you want to live in the lifestyle and have the partnerships and all those things that you want, and you're not going to settle for less. Being a cow's head, it is sort of more of a Taurian card than a Virgo card, but Virgo, you are an earth sign. This is certainly applicable to you, and we all have lots of aspects of energy within each and every one of us, so I feel like this is part of yours right now. You're just not settling for things that are less than, and I believe that persistence is actually opening up doors for maybe some kind of new opportunity in love or friendships or things of that nature. The Two of Cups can mean many things. I think it's really about soul contracts and soulmates, but that can be interpreted in many ways. We have more than one soulmate. We have more than one soul contract to achieve in this life. It's any person that you partner up with to learn life lessons in many forms. So, but I don't know yet. Let's clarify. As I picked up the writer here, I didn't realize this before, but the Eight of Cups is underlying this as well. So there is definitely something that you're leaving behind at this time. Let's get some clarification on this Queen of Pentacles for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about this Queen of Pentacles today? All right. Two of Wands. Let's keep going here. I need 3 cards. All right, 2 more shuffles here if nothing pops out. And 1 more. All right. So we got 2 of Wands. We have Strength. Yeah, boldness in the external world. And we've got the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the fastest, well, not the fastest. It's a very passionate knight. This is the white knight of the tarot, so to speak. Riding in boldly to bring you a wand. Virgo. 5 of Swords is underlying the deck here. Separations, basically arguments and conflicts leading to separations. I think this is kind of where that Eight of Cups energy came into play. You cut the things out of your life that weren't serving, that you cut the people out of your life that were taking advantage or were being dicks to you. Okay, so Two of Wands. Let's start with this. The world is in the palm of your hands here. The world is your oyster. You have a notion, again, like with the Queen of Pentacles, cultivating the environment that she wants to be in and working towards it. That's kind of what this is too. It's like you have an idea in mind of something you want, and you're going to pursue it. It's off in the distance. I mean, the Two of Wands is early in the journey of the Wand suit, but basically there's a sort of a deeper understanding of what it is you truly desire in this card. Strength is literally showing up bold and strong in the external world. She does so with a very gentle spirit, really. This card, a taming of this lion, isn't through violence or force. It's through graciousness and some tact. But there's so much. All this yellow in the card is all about the solar plexus chakra, which is sort of the heart. It's the center of like the willpower and sort of the I am energy. So you're finding kind of your boldness here in many ways. And I think that is probably leading to something coming in towards you quite rapidly and quite passionately. Also, with the Knight of Wands and Strength, you could have something like a Leo energy coming towards you. A fire energy in general, but maybe a Leo. Could be. Okay, somebody may be coming in towards you with a message of passion. But let's get into this Two of Cups and see what we need to know here, Virgo. All right. Does Virgo need to know about the Two of Cups? I don't know, this is strange. When I went silent there for a minute and checked out, there's a song going through my head suddenly that was a band called The Darkness. You probably remember them from their one hit the one time. I love them. Anyway, on their most recent album, they had a song called It's Love, Jim. It's love, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. So, I don't know. Take that as it resonates. I'm not sure what that means yet. Regarding the Two of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is a truth revealed through clear communication. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. This is a card representing the fact that you have been persistent in your manifestation, and it's getting close. It's getting close at hand, but you've taken some hits here. So in the context of the Queen of Pentacles from the beginning of the reading and everything else that's going on, I think this is something you've wanted for a long time. And you've been persistent and insisting on. You want this. You want an opportunity for a healthy and happy situation in love, and you've gone through a lot. I mean, we all have, right? In the arena of love, there's always a lot of pain associated. It's a dangerous endeavor. Well, at least it feels that way. Real love's not dangerous, but it's just more shifty than we'd like, because we have such a scarcity mindset about certain things in life. I feel like you've just had a lot of pain in the past, but you've decided to kind of persevere through it. Okay, and we got the Sun. So more fire again. The Sun is the Sun. It's celebration, though. Look at how happy this is. Beautiful. Celebration in the Sun. This is good times. This is happiness. This is joy. I think that's brilliant and beautiful energy. Underlying the deck is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. She's very attractive. The Queen of Wands is very clear cut about what her passions are. She can be very protective of her space as well, and isn't going to tolerate nonsense. But primarily, it's an insistence on. Again, kind of an insistence on what you're passionate about, and it causes that lack of willingness to compromise. Really does create a confidence within you, which then of course radiates out of you and makes you very attractive. So this underlying energy of the Queen of Wands, I think, dovetails with the Queen of Pentacles and Virgo. This is sort of an energy that you're embodying at this time. gender aside, of course, take it as it resonates. This could be, we all have all of the energies in us, okay? So if you happen to be a male or anything else, we all have the feminine energies. So take it as it resonates, of course. And love is for everybody, so it still applies to you, okay? Alrighty, let's get into this Ace of Cups. Let's get into the Ace of Cups for you, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about the Ace of Cups? Alright, one more shuffle here. Alright, Ace of Cups. We have 10 of Cups. Dun, da, 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 da. This is very happy, obviously. Ultimate happiness here. It's very beautiful. I love it. Brilliant. Let's keep going. We've got the Queen of Cups. We have 3 of the 4 queens out right now, which is bringing you towards the Empress energy, which is the embodiment of all 4 queens' energies, basically. Queen of Cups here. This is emotionally giving energy, very motherly and nurturing, but also just emotionally available and a very giving kind spirit. It's an energy of Cancer. And then we have the 8 of Swords here. This is the feeling of being trapped. This is a feeling of being unable to move. It's based around energies of other people's ideas and words, because Swords is communication and thoughts. Other people's communication basically trying to pin you into a corner, like trying to keep you in a narrative of how things should be. This is a false entrapment here. You don't actually have to be stuck here, but it feels like it. And underlying energy is 3 of Swords. I think the 3 of Swords, again, more swords, right? This is that kind of energy of like heartbreak and disappointment and setback. Has a lot to do with what other people are saying. I think that it kind of feels like it's other people. It's not you in this new partnership. It's like other people criticizing, you know, with that 5 of Swords we saw earlier and the 8 of Cups energy of walking away from things that don't serve. It kind of feels to me very strongly that like, for whatever reason, you're not getting support in this. You know, for whatever reason, people are not supporting this new thing, this new relationship perhaps that you've got going or are about to get going. This could, it feels like this is, you know, it's energy of friends, right? Friends or family that are just not approving of this for some reason, I think. It feels something like that. And that's a tough thing because obviously friends and family, we tend to love them, right? We love our friends. But there's such a thing as genuine friendships, and then there's a thing of like friendships that are basically built on convenience, you know, and proximity, and they're not quite the same thing. Like, it's easy to just get along with people and have acquaintances and so on and so forth, but when it comes to true compatibility with friends, it's like it kind of it needs to be more than just proximity and convenience. And sometimes we don't always know where that is until something arises. You know, when a conflict arises, then you really begin to understand that. Because a lot of us will do friendships for fun and entertainment and amusement, and it's really more of a, it's about so much more than that. Support, you know, support for one another and those kinds of things. All right. So our potential outcome here, I did get 3 cards that all popped at the same time, so we have it here. We have the Death card. This is a card of transformation, endings, and new beginnings. That is really important to understand about the Death card. It's not negative necessarily. It's about endings leading to new beginnings. And like I said, I feel like for some of you, there's just some person or people that are they're gonna have a problem with this, you know, which is really unfortunate. But some endings are leading to new beginnings, and it's important to remember that. If things are falling away or falling out, it's you'll need to release them. We have the Knight of Wands that came out again. So Knight of Wands is out twice. This could be a warning for some of you. This could be a warning for some of you because you may have a situation where you've got two opportunities coming towards you, and one may be correct and one may be incorrect, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not really sure. You'll have to use your discernment and your rationale. We have the King of Swords here. This is about you being able to use your logic and reason in this situation without allowing your emotions to distort your ability to reason things out. Also of note here, of course, is this is a masculine energy. We've got 2 knights and 1 king, and the rest of the reading has been feminine with the queens. So this could be an air sign, potential person with an opportunity. When I alluded to, I didn't really think about it initially, but when I alluded to the idea that maybe there was 2 opportunities or 2 circumstances, I kind of feel like that's sort of the choice that you have, in a sense, is like you've got the knight coming towards you with all this passion. This can be very dangerous because the Knight of Wands has a tendency to lose their passion, or for that passion to burn out, and then they redirect towards something else. So it can indicate an energy of sometimes of players, to be honest. And then you've got this King of Swords. This could be the other person, and this is a very rational person, a very logical person. Could be for some of you. Take it as it resonates, of course. And then we have the Ace of Wands underlying the deck. This is a new passion. Ace of Wands combined with the Ace of Cups is a lot of big energy, okay? Passionate energy and emotional energy being presented to you in a way that's very beautiful, right? So Virgo, I think what's going on here in a lot of ways is you have sort of some of you may find yourself dealing with 2 suitors, or you already are. You might be juggling 2 people, some of you, and I kind of hope not, because that's always a fun game. That always ends well. Of course, it always ends well, right? That's why we do that all the time, right? Yeah, it always ends well. That's sarcasm, by the way, Virgo. But we're going to go ahead and take 3 cards of Lenormand here for maybe a little bit of advice, because I'm a little unclear. But with the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords that we've seen, there's definitely and death. Something's got to give. Like one of these things needs to be released for the other to flourish. One of these things needs to be released for the other to flourish, and some of you need to just make your mind up. If you're already in this energy and you're like juggling, something needs to give. Maybe it's time to make a decision. I don't know. And that's obviously very specific for somebody, and I don't no judgment here. I'm not suggesting, it's no judgment, but you're only going to save yourself pain. The longer you prolong that juggling, the more pain you're going to experience. So, in which case I would say you maybe need to embody some of this energy of that rational thought process. If your emotions are clouding your reasoning skills in a circumstance like that, you need some rationale about it. Be practical about it. Try to look at it in an unbiased way. Like what's actually best for you. Because I think at the end of the day, you actually know what's best for you. In this Queen of Pentacles energy we kicked it off with, it's like you are working to cultivate something. So are one of these 2 individuals not actually going to provide that? I think it's important to recognize. We have the Child here kicking it off. That's newness, brand new things. We've got the Home. or the house. And I need one more card here, and we can get you a bit of advice. A child and a home, though. That's kind of interesting. Some of you want a family, I think. And I think that's key to maybe part of your discernment process. And we've got the lady. Okay. The child, the house, and the lady. Yes, the woman. I don't know whose energy this is, if this is yours or your interests. They are seemingly showing up as masculine energies, and you're seemingly showing up as a feminine energy, so take it as it resonates. But as a feminine energy, I think these are questions you need to ask. Those of you that are interested in a family in particular, child, home, woman, it's like, are they interested in these things? Are they interested in a good time, or are they interested in these things? And are you interested in these things, or are you simply looking for a good time? Because something you really should understand about yourself, but that feels kind of Queen of Pentacles like in a lot of ways. But in a more literal Lenormand reading, it's like there is a new opportunity to build a home with somebody. There's a new opportunity to build something, more significant with this home. And it could be, again, also a child. So it feels like family life. And I think you're only going to get that opportunity from one of two suitors, if that's your narrative. If it's not, this is a conversation you need to have with the person that you're getting involved with right now. So even if you're just starting a relationship, you might want to talk about this stuff before it gets too much farther down the road, if that's what you want or don't want. Either way, you should talk about it. Okay, Virgo, that's what I have for you. A little odd today, but it looks like there are some very positive opportunities in love coming towards you, and that's great. So happy to deliver that message. If this resonated and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, of course. Like the video if you liked the video. It's nice. It makes me feel good. And that's nice. So, but more importantly than all that, best of luck with this energy. I hope to see you next Thursday on Terra Firma Thursdays. Virgo, until then, take care.